Hey, what's up everyone? It's Duskmos, and today I'm excited to bring you the Chroma Console from Hologram Electronics. Okay, so in the Signal Colors primer video, I'm taking a look at a pedal, and in this case it's the Chroma Console, which I'm super hyped on, and and giving it kind of my first look, kind of first run through, and just trying to kind of see what sort of sounds I can pull out of this thing. So the Chroma Console is a multi-effector, as it's labeled on the front here. And as you can probably see on camera right now, there's a ton of effects sort of broken out into these 4 different banks. So the first bank is Character, which has Drive, Sweeten, Fuzz, Howl, or Swell. Movement is the second, and it has Doubler, Vibrato, Phaser, Tremolo, or Pitch. Third is Diffusion, and these are kind of a little bit of the kind of weirder sort of effects. So Cascade, Reels, Space, Collage, and Reverse. And then last is Texture, which has a Filter, Squash, Cassette, Broken, and Interference. This thing does a lot and sounds really good. And I've only had it just a little bit, but I'm really into it so far. And yeah, we're going to give it a run through today. So of these effects, you can reroute them. So you kind of stack them in different order, which is pretty cool. You can also turn on and off individual effects or have them all come on at once. So as you can see right now, this one is lit up red. And that means when I engage the pedal, only this effect will be on. I could turn all of these on and you'll see the colors correspond with the colors below to tell you which effect each one has. And you can switch them just by tapping them once, or you can press and hold and that turns them off individually, which is cool. For each of these, you sort of have like a main and secondary controls on a shift sort of mode. But then sort of uniform across all of them, this is the amount or effect volume for each. This is a main mix or output level control, and you've got bypass. And there's also a looper in here, which is pretty cool as well, which was a bonus feature that I actually didn't initially realize was even part of the Chroma Console. So that's really fun. And a nice little bonus thrown in. All right, so as I mentioned, I haven't really had this very long, but what I've seen so far, I really like, and I wanted to get a video out. So yeah, consider this a first look like my primers are, and I will definitely be doing one of my full-length videos where I go super in-depth on this one, so come back if you're interested in that. Okay, so enough about all that. Let's get it going. So my clean pattern, as always, I play first, which sounds like this. Coming out stereo from the Syntakt into the Chroma Console stereo, and out stereo into the TX6 from Teenage Engineering, and then out into my camera. Didn't mention that, but that's how I do things. Alright, so that's a clean pattern. You can probably turn on and off elements as well. So let's hear it. Right now it's just going to have some drive. I want to kick it in, so let's go. So you can hear it's pretty crispy. Right now you can see it's at around 12 o'clock, halfway between dark and bright. Very bright. A little bit darker. The amount control. So you can make it really bright if you wanted to, but then dial it back. So you can kind of just add a little bit of that air in a way. But I personally like to have it right around here. It's a little bit of a darker crunch. We'll bypass. Alright, I'm going to turn on some movement here. Right now it's on vibrato. So you can hear very wiggly there. we'll add some diffusion, which in this case is set on reverse, I believe. And for texture, it's on the squash mode compressor. Go ahead and bypass. Definitely a nice, driven, modulated, interesting effect. Okay, I'm going to turn all of these off. I'm just going to stay with drive for now. I'm going to cycle through these. In my full-length video, I'm going to do each of them very deliberately, but we'll just kind of check them out briefly here. So we'll go to sweeten now. This is probably a little bit better of a choice if you want to get some of that air like I was talking about. Some higher end sparkle. Bypassed. Engaged. Switch it to fuzz. What's cool is you can mix them out, so it makes it a little clean. Not that this is a particular one to do it with, but interesting nonetheless. Howl. Swell. Pretty interesting. Go back to drive. Well, as you can see, it actually goes through the different modes as you click, and then to off after the last one, so. Just leave a little drive push there, and now we'll kind of cycle through movement, so. Vibrato where we had it. Phaser. Pretty cool. I'm gonna try some trem. The amount is up all the way. It's cool, you can see it's really illustrating here that's going from fully like pass through to fully muted based on the brightness of the LED. That's cool. Yeah, you can really do extreme modes. Maybe leave it there. Actually, no, we have pitch mode to do. Pretty interesting. Go to doubler. Sounds kind of nice. We'll leave it there as we move on to diffusion mode. So it's still in reverse. Let's try cascade. Pretty cool delay. Go into reels. It's more like a tape delay. Space. It's a reverb. Collage. Kind of reminds me of some of it, like the interrupt mode on the Microcosm. I think it was called Interrupt. I like this kind of thing. Pretty cool one. And then we go back into reverse. Let's see, let's leave it on space. That's nice. All right, moving on to texture. So we had it on squash mode. Let's move to cassette. So in here, it's got that like kind of broken cassette kind of vibe. Actually, the next one's... Oh no, I'm on broken. That's funny. See why. Let's go to interference. It's pretty cool. Kind of like a digital interference. Filter. Gene here, it goes from a low pass to kind of all pass to a high pass. Pretty cool, pretty playable. So I don't know what happened if I skipped cassette. There you go. It's more of a saturation kind of vibe. Which I think sounds really nice. Need a bypass. Put everything back in. Kill off the drive here. And just kind of use the cassette mode for the saturation. Let's try this with Sweeten. It's kind of interesting. It's really pushing that low end into the cassette. You can mix in some of the clean. Pretty cool. And bypass. And then re-engaged. Okay, let's try to capture a loop here. So let me go to a synth sound here. Get the keyboard up. This has a delay on it already. And a bit of reverb. But let's see what we can do here. Engage it. All right, let's try to capture a loop here. And there we go. We're looping. Now, I haven't tried this, but let's find out if we can record. Oops. On top of it. Nope. That's my bad. Let's try that loop again. Oh. Well, that's funny. I thought I was on keyboard mode, but instead I was just playing the tracks. Oh well. So let's just see what we can do with this. Let's see, we'll leave maybe this about where it is. Oh. So it's only going to change any effects on the incoming audio. Maybe that's a setting you can change, I'm not sure. Now we're just noodling around. feedback going. Wow. Oh, I hit stop there. I forgot it's looping here. Well, there we go. That is the Chroma Console from Hologram Electronics. Just a first rough look. But yeah, as you can see, there's a whole plethora of effects to route and play around with here. Yeah, you can just craft a whole lot of stuff. Console is a great name because this really feels like it's just a whole little mini workstation. And I really like pedals that do that, but also do it well. And I think this one does. Thanks for hanging out with me and checking this out. Really neat one. And like I said, definitely come back. I'll be doing a more in-depth video and kind of spending more time in each of these modes and talking about all the different features and kind of a how-to of the inner workings of it and everything, because I think this one is definitely worthy of that. Also, thanks so much to Hologram for sending this out. I really appreciate it. And yeah, anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.